Let me start the one.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your diva and knowledge lady Mocha. Represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Hope everybody's doing okay this Saturday evening. Some of you may be out to the club. Some of y'all may be getting yourselves G'd up at the barbershop so you can go hang out with the fellas tonight or whatever the case may be. But with that being said, I definitely want to give a big ups to all of my subscribers, those of you who have been rocking with me from day one since I started this journey, and you're still currently subscribed to me. I appreciate your support. I appreciate definitely a lot of you ladies and gentlemen still rocking with me. Those of you who have just recently subscribed, I definitely want to thank you and welcome you to Mocha's Cafe de Paris family. If this is your first time ever hearing any of my content and you like what you hear tonight, please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way whenever I have some content coming up, you will be the first to know about it. So with that being said, I'm definitely doing something a little different tonight that I've never really done since I've been blogging. I actually decided that I should bring somebody on that's very dear and very special to me. And I think um, for every queen, a queen raises other queens. And I know for a fact I've definitely raised the queen. I've given her a lot of wisdom. I've given her a lot of knowledge. And I have fought daily to make sure that she doesn't become another statistic, because I think as a black woman, it's very, very important that we instill in our daughters, we still instill in them knowledge, we share with them wisdom, and we give them everything they need to be able to go out here into the real world, to be able to face the demons that a lot of black women have to face on the daily. So, with no further ado, I'm going to introduce to each and every one of y'all this evening my daughter, my love, my heart, and I call her Queen Bae because to me, she's a baby queen in the making, but she doesn't want to be called Queen Bae. She's told me to call her Queen B. So, with that being said, what's up, Queen? Let everybody know who you are out there.
Hi y'all. My name is Charissa, and I'm gonna be helping my mom give a little knowledge about females my age.
About females, basically. Basically what she's going to be doing is, we already are aware that we are in a society where a lot of young black women are basically, they are following the trend that a lot of older women unfortunately have instilled in them. And it's unfortunate that there's not enough of young black women that are being inspired by their mothers. They're not being old school taught. They're not being taught morals. They're not being taught values. And it's very unfortunate that I see a lot of these young black women today that are content with being mothers at the age of 15, 16, 17. You have a lot of young women out here who um, don't believe in getting an education. They don't believe in being independent. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of us as black women, we have failed our daughters. We have failed them. We're not teaching them anything. And if we are teaching them anything, it's a lot of older black women out here that are leading their daughters by the wrong example. They're teaching them how to be thoughts. They're teaching them how to be the gold diggers. They're teaching them how to have children so they can live off the system and they can profit off the system. And I, for one, I've always fought to not to rise above that trend, because again, a lot of us as black women, we're not really schooling our daughters. We're not teaching them how to be women. We're not teaching our daughters how to be queens. So that is the reason why I'm doing this particular content tonight, just to, make people understand that there are some black women out here, such as myself, that are teaching their daughters the right way to become independent, but at the same time still being humble, still having morals, still using wisdom, and still, valuing themselves as women. So this is the reason why I'm doing this particular content tonight. So on that note, again, for everybody who's coming in, me and my daughter, Queen B, we are on live tonight. And we're just going to be sharing some knowledge to a lot of sisters out here who have daughters, because again, black women, we have to teach our daughters. Y'all are not talking to y'all daughters. Y'all not schooling y'all daughters. A lot of black women, we are setting our daughters up for failure. If you have a daughter between the ages of 12 and 17, this is the time right now. You need to be talking to your daughters. You need to be schooling them and giving them some knowledge, or else they're going to go out there into the real world. So,
Right.
on that note, what you want to add to that, Russell?
Right. A lot of females don't have good examples. So in the world, they have to try to figure out themselves, and I don't understand that because their mothers have baby daddies. They
Mm-hmm.
mothers have kids struggling. So I don't understand how they could not teach their daughters or keep their daughters from making the same mistakes. And a lot of women, they don't know how to talk to their daughters. They don't know how to tell their daughters, this what you should accept from a man. This is what you shouldn't accept from a man. They haven't had none of those talks with their daughters. So their daughters are just out in the world, making mistakes, doing the wrong things, trying to figure out themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I,
So
I I agree, and that's why I'm having this particular content, because it's unfortunate. A lot of these young black females, they are lost in the sauce. I see them out here partaking in thought behavior. So my question is to you, Rissa. What do you think in this day and era? What do you think the problem is with the majority of young black women within your age range? What do you think what do you think their mindset is at this current age and time?
I think they mind. I don't. it's like they haven't have anybody to really talk to them.
Mm-hmm. They haven't. So basically, when you're, let me rephrase the question. Why do you think young black women under the age of 18 in your generation is out there thoughting, they're out there, being promiscuous, sleeping with all kind of young dudes? What do you think is,
It's a lot of
yeah,
it is problems from the home.
okay,
Like I knew girls that was the older siblings didn't get attention like the younger sisters got. So they coming to school, they sleeping with different boys, they thoughting because they not getting the love that they want or need from home. So they have to come out, they have to do extra stuff, they gotta do the most
mm,
to get the love that they want because they mothers are overlooking them. They mothers are not teaching them. And even when they mothers try to teach them, they do it too late.
right,
Now after your daughter done thought around, now after your daughter started sneaking out, now you want to tell her these boys don't love you. Now you want to tell her you not supposed to be doing that, but you ain't tell her that from the start. She had to act out for you to say something, and now it's out of control. You don't know what to
mm,
do. Your daughter
mm,
snuck out. She done graduated. She's grown now, and
mm-hmm.
now you can't do nothing with her no more. Now she's just gonna be doing her own thing, doing what she think is right, having sex with anybody, having kids,
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't nip it in the bud from the start. But when she got older, now you trying to put some sense on it. She ain't gonna want to listen now. She gonna want to do what she want to do.
So basically, you saying the problem is with a lot of parents. The reason why a lot of young black women are
Right,
failing.
and mothers have to set
Yeah.
examples.
So
You telling your
yeah.
daughter not to take this from men,
Right.
but you letting your boyfriend, your husband, your baby daddy, you let them cussing you out, you let them call you bitches,
Right.
and then you go right back to them, and your daughter see that,
So you think the other issue is it's a lot of us older black women. We're trying to school y'all young black women and tell
and
y'all
you doing the
you don't
same
need to be
thing.
with
It's
this.
like, listen,
Yeah.
you can't tell me nothing because look at your situation.
Right. And I think you're right about that because I've seen a lot of older black women who sit up here and try to tell their young black daughters stop picking up bum nigga
And
dudes,
I cannot, from the life of me, understand why you know your child is having sex and you don't do nothing about it. You don't put her on birth control.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
big thing right there. You know your child is having sex. You know, women try to. I seen so many women and their daughters, like everybody on the outside know your child was having sex, and
Being
you try to
promiscuous.
act
Yeah.
like you had amnesia, like you don't know. You
Yep.
knew. I don't understand
Hmm.
why you didn't do nothing about it. And when she gets pregnant, you want to cry wolf.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with too.
Come on now, everybody know when their kids have sex, they start acting different.
Yeah, but
They
I think
wanna,
a lot of it too is a lot of these women are not really being mothers. They're not being attentive. They're not
yeah, they don't want to
paying
get on their
attention.
child bad side. They don't want to tell them like it is, like it is. They just, oh no.
Well, yeah, basically, basically, you got a lot of significant points, Queen. Basically, that is the problem. A lot of us as older women. When I say an older black woman, I'm basically speaking in the terms of women over the age of 35 and older. What's up, Dallas? Thank you for the $2 donation, Turf. I surely appreciate it. Thank you so much for looking out, as you always do. Again, Turf, thank you for the $2 donation. And I definitely believe that's the biggest problem with us as black women. We're not really educating our daughters. We're not really preparing them for truth. We're misleading and we're giving our daughters wrong information. We're telling them, you need to go get a man with money. You need to go get a man who got a car. You need to go get a man who got his own house. But we're not teaching our daughters how to protect ourselves. Do you think that's true too? That it's a lot of women out here not really teaching their daughters how to protect themselves from getting caught up with abusive men or men using them and taking advantage of them.
I think mothers get so mad or probably fed up that the fact that they know they kids out there doing things to the point they forget. Well, since I know she's doing that, let me talk to her. or school her on how to do these things. So I think also that too. And sometimes it's not always in the mother should have did this, the mother should have did that. Sometimes as a teenager, as a black woman, you have to look up one day, snap out of it, and say, "Hey, I need to change this because I want better." So it's that also too. Some females do have mothers that tell them, but they don't want to change. They want to keep doing the same thing they want to do.
Absolutely. So for everybody who's just coming in the chat, let y'all know what I'm doing tonight. I basically got my daughter, Queen B here on the live with me tonight because I thought it's imperative that it's not enough for black women out here. We're not trying to prepare our young black daughters that are coming up in the world behind us. We're not schooling them. We're not giving them any wisdom. We're not giving them any knowledge. And what happens is the thought generation continues to expand. When we don't teach our daughters how to be women, when we don't teach our daughters how to conduct themselves as women, what tends to happen is the world gets a hold of our daughters, and our daughters end up adopting this black female fuckery behavior, this thought behavior. A lot of it has to do with the fact that we are not schooling our daughters. Period. So with that being said, that's why I got my daughter here tonight to let you know that, hey, it's women out here. We are guiding our daughters. We are trying to give them wisdom. We're trying to give them knowledge because, again, I can't speak for other black women out there, but I know with my daughter, I taught her from day one that she does not want to be another statistic. You don't want to be one of them broads, on your third, fourth baby daddy. You're getting food stamps, you're getting welfare. What's up, Tyrone? You're depending on a system. With that being said, Rissa, what do you think? Why do you think these young women are striving so hard why do you think they don't have a problem with becoming mothers at a young age?
Because I think because they want to feel love, and they think that having a baby would change the situations that they in now. They think it'll be better, and they think they'll get more attention. They think that people will look at them more, and also it's more to it. Like some people, the people that they with, the man that they with,
Mm-hmm. The man that they're with is what is like not like really bonding with
they be
them.
so in love and blinded by love. They
Basically,
mhm,
they trying so hard because they feel like they so in love with this dude. They
yeah,
try so hard to be in the good graces of the man that they willing to try to get pregnant from him, to
right,
keep him, basically.
right. And some of the guys be doing them wrong, but they feel like having a baby would change that, when really, if the situation, the relationship is already bad,
Mm-hmm.
bringing a baby into fucked up situations, it doesn't change anything. It just enhanced the things that was already happening. If y'all was
Exactly.
already arguing and fighting and he was already doing him and you had
Right.
a baby, it's just gonna be more of it. It's actually gonna be even worse. So that's
Right.
what.
Right. So yeah, you basically hit some points. What you're saying is if you and a dude already have a toxic ass relationship, you're
Right.
already fighting, beating each other down every other damn weekend, you know what I'm saying? You think having a child is going to make the situation better when all it's going to do is enhance the toxicness of the relationship.
Right.
Yeah, very, very good point. What's up, sub spuds? A curse third degree burns. What's up? Topaz presents RTS. Big ups to everybody entering the chat. Um, doing content tonight with my daughter, baby Mocha. That's what y'all want to call her. Appreciate it, Rollo. What's up? What's up? What's up, Rollo? Appreciate it. Rollo was one of the very, very, very first subscribers I had when I
Mm-hmm.
started this channel, and he's still been rocking with me to this day. What's up, Rael? What's up, my Scorpio brother? Rael, he called Mocha and Mocha Jr. He said Mocha Jr. That's a good one. Yes, yes. I got the queen. I got the Queen Junior with me. I appreciate everybody for coming in. And I know this is not the hottest topic right now. And I know it may not seem that interesting, but I felt it was imperative that I did this content with my daughter because, again, a lot of us as older Black women, we're not really guiding and teaching our daughters and preparing them for the real life world out there. We're giving them misinformation. We're teaching our daughters to go out there and thought, go out there and twerk, get pregnant, get you a man, get pregnant, have a baby so you get some benefits, so you get some housing. And basically that's the reason why I'm decided to collaborate tonight with my daughter. So people can understand that young women, they can make the best of their lives if they are given the right wisdom and if they're given the right knowledge and they're given the right idea. And like I said, I know it's not a hot topic, but again, this is something that needs to be discussed.
And if your child having sex, put her on something, please. You know she out there having sex. If you know she in a serious relationship, she ain't gonna use a condom forever. Don't just wash your hands with a take her straight to the OBGYN.
Right,
Because you
exactly.
already know what comes with sex.
I totally agree. What's up, Miss Sassy Diva? Yes, I got the Queen Bee with me. I call her the baby queen because she's a queen in the making. She's 18. For anybody who's curious about her age, she's 18. She's a high school graduate. Right now, we're currently in process of getting her in college, and I fought daily for her to have a different mindset from the way young black women think today. It really sickens me. It disappoints me when I hear the way a lot of these young women talk. Like, for instance, Marissa, I know you don't have to say no names or whatever, but I know in your age, in your circle of
I didn't have
females.
so many friends stuck in stupidity to the point I just had to stop talking to them. And I can't really be mad at them because they wasn't raised in a 2-parent household like I was. So I can't really be mad at them for the actions they made, but it just then got so tiring to the point I didn't even want to be in their company no more. Like the way some of these girls think, I just be like, how do you think that is okay? Like, I'm older. I got friends that's still virgin. I got friends that with kids. I didn't have friends that's strippers. I didn't had a lot of friends, so I know how that go. And it's just to the point I couldn't hang with those girls no more because it's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Young black women, like my daughter just made a significant point. My daughter, we raised her in a 2-parent household. She got me and she got her father.
Like, I have friends that have been in relationships that think it's okay for a nigga to be putting their hands on them, for them, both of them to be fighting because and I just be like, how do you think that's okay? That's too much energy wasted. Like, ain't nobody got time to be arguing and fighting a nigga because he don't want to act right. But people really think that's okay because that's how they was raised. They grew up seeing a mother and a father fighting every day.
Yeah, the problem with a lot of young black women, they either grew up in households where there was no father, or the father they had was in a toxic relationship with the mother. They was fighting and a lot of physical
it's
and verbal
also
abuse.
crazy. Females really have to understand what they're dealing with because one man can mess up your whole future or whatever you got going on if you let them.
Yeah.
You could be doing good. I done had friends doing good on the way to graduating, bumped into the wrong nigga, 2 kids now, and didn't even graduate. If you let a nigga do it, he can mess up with your whole thing you got going on. So you gotta choose the right person.
Yeah.
And be in your P's and Q's.
I agree, but do you think a lot of it has to do with let's talk about fathers. How important do you think it is for a father to be in his daughter's life?
I think it's very important because a father teaches his daughter how she should be loved, how she should be taken care of. If she don't have a father, these niggas gonna try to teach her on what they think a woman should be loved or how a
In
woman
other
should be
words, they're
taken
gonna
care of.
program her to
Yeah,
his way.
right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, because like I said, I'm not out here in the dating world.
And
how is it?
I also know a couple of boys who don't have fathers. Like
Yeah.
I was dating this one guy. and he was an older guy, and he didn't have a father. He had a mother, so he had a lot of those, excuse my language, bitch tendencies. Because
Wait
that's
a
all
minute.
he learned from his mother, like all the yelling and screaming, don't know how to express herself.
Yeah.
Boys, they get that from their mamas. Mamas walk around the house yelling, cussing on the phone. They ain't had a man to say, stop screaming like a little girl and be a man and really talk about it. So that can also, boys need fathers too.
I'm still trying to comprehend when you say he had bitch tendencies.
Yeah,
Cause
acting
you
like a little girl, yelling, calling my phone, wait, acting like a female. All emotional, you ain't kissed me today. Why are you acting like a little girl? Like,
yeah, like Church says, a male Jezebel. Basically, yeah, it's a lot of that, right? It's about goat cheese anyway. It's a whole lot of that going on. So you're right. That a lot of black women don't want to be honest about that, but the truth is, our daughters and our sons, they need fathers. My daughter just explained the reason why. She just said it. She said females who don't have a relationship with their fathers, basically, men have the advantage of programming a woman into how he wants her to be if she has not had a father to structure her or taught her what to look out for. And the same thing, those of you who got sons, there's a lot of us who think because we got sons, you think because you got a boy that you playing it safe, that you don't have to teach him anything, you don't have to raise him, and that's a big problem. A
and
lot
you
of
letting the
yeah,
mama raise him half of his life,
yeah. I mean,
and he end up getting traits and stuff from his mama, acting just like his mama. Next thing you know, he gay.
oh,
But that's a whole nother topic.
I'm gonna sip my wine on that one. But that's
But seriously,
but yeah, no, you're telling the
yeah,
truth. I mean, I can't knock it. No, what you're saying is
a
100%
man
right.
needs more than
He
just
needs
his
his father.
mama.
He needs his father. A lot of young men out here do not have fathers, and I agree with you because y'all, like I stated, I'm a correctional officer now, so I see the majority of inmates enter into the jail, and a lot of them been raised by single moms. Hold on, take this real quick. Yeah, hello. Yeah, yeah. Just talk to them about yeah. Hello. Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah. Oh, I was on live.
So what is everyone up to tonight?
Okay, yeah, I had to answer that. That was your dad calling. Yeah, but she made a significant point about there's not enough fathers being in the home. What's up, Titan? What's up, Titan? Good to see you. What's good, everybody who's just coming in? We're talking. Yeah, Raw L is a mess. Raw L keeps it 100. That's just how Raw L is. He's a Scorpio at heart. Yeah. So for everybody who's coming in, I'm collaborating with my daughter tonight. We're up here talking about the reason why a lot of young black women are in the struggle today. It has a lot to do with the black women who are raising them. Again, I'll be 40 by the grace of God this year, and my daughter is 18. And we fought daily to teach her and raise her to not become another statistic. And a lot of it has to do with I've allowed people to be in my daughter's life to make a difference. Not only has my daughter been raised in a two-parent household. Me and her father, we're married, we're together. We raised her since she's been born. Under the same roof.
Let's talk
So
about why women accept the
mhm.
things they do from men. Let's talk about that.
Okay, well, basically, Queen B, she's the boss tonight. So if that's what she wants to talk about, we'll definitely be doing that. Baby Mocha, I'm rested and hella tired. This is my only day off this week.
Well,
Oh,
make that money.
I know the
The
feeling.
money ain't gonna make it so.
Yep, exactly. And bills don't care about how much rest you need. So big ups to all my employed adults in the building. To all of y'all who getting them checks every 2 weeks, every twice a month, or however. So what was the question? Was it, repeat that for me? You said, why do women
Why
take
do women accept the things that
they
men put them through?
Well, this is my personal opinion. I think a reason why a lot of females in this day and age, they accept all type of things that men do. And when I say men, I'm in more in terms of speaking like the bum ass dudes, the build the bums, not the good guy, not good men who working, who handling business. You know, I don't want to put all men in the same box because not all men are the same. But it's the fact of the matter that a lot of it's women that's taking stuff off of guys, like you said, that have bitch tendencies. We have a lot of that going on. Men who don't like to work. It's women. I know it's women. They take more trash off of no good
Even
men than decent men.
even
Though.
even not even the no good men or the bums. Even men who do have their own business, who do got it going on, feel like they can control you. A lot of it don't matter bum or broke. Any
Yeah.
man can try to run a woman.
Yeah, I mean, and that's true, but I think it's even worse though when it's a dude who's broke, busted, unemployed, got 3, 4, 5 baby mamas, things of that nature. That's even worse when you have a guy leading you who can't even lead his own self. I think that's even worse when women uh take a lot of nonsense off of these better males, what we would like to call them, these better males that
I feel like it all starts from the heart. If you're not secure with yourself, if you
yeah.
don't feel like you're beautiful, if you don't feel like you're the best, you're going to take anything off of from a man.
I agree. Thank
Cause
you,
guess what?
Ernest
If you feel
Clement.
like you beautiful and you the best and you that boss bitch, you're not gonna let a man run over you. You're not gonna let a man curse you out, call you bees and hoes. You're not gonna let a man control you.
I agree. Thank you,
I
Ernest, for the
have
$5 donation. Like my mentors, Rom Willis says, Black women create the men's they complain about. I unfortunately I agree with that. A lot of these guys out here that has this bitch assness, these guys that are acting feminine, that are quick to get overly emotional. I would say a lot of single women, we are creating that. A lot of single mothers are creating that.
Let's talk about how these older men, the reason why these older men love younger women. Let's talk about
Oh,
that.
you know what? That's actually a good topic because I'm hearing constantly. Now, this is
I
what I
have a
heard.
lot of young female friends, 18, 19, 20, that loves older men.
But this is what I heard too, that a lot of older men, they rather deal with the younger women because they're easy to program. They don't want to deal with women that are their age because they already set and molded. They rather deal with a younger woman because y'all easier to train. Do you think younger women are easier to train to a degree? Because that's what I've been hearing. So
Mm,
why do young women want to deal with older men? Females in your circle. Do you know why they want to deal with older men? Is it because of money? Is it because of, or they just tired of dealing with
some
dudes y'all
females my
age?
age, they just feel like older men have it well put together, already have the house, already got a car, already got money.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people my age, we don't date older men because the
Mm-hmm.
by them being older, they feel like they can control you more. They can act like your daddy. Like I have one friend,
Mm-hmm.
she's 18 and she talks to a man that's like about in his late 30s or early 40s, and that man is crazy. He calls her phone back to back. He don't want her to go out. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you need to be home. You need to be home. What you out with your friends for? You need to be home so I can come see you. And it's just crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can't win for losing. Older men, younger men is always some.
Now, what is it like with guys y'all age though? The guys 18, 17.
I've tried dating an older man and it was horrible. It was horrible.
Wow. Yeah, I remember
I cut that nigga
that.
off with the quickness. No, ma'am. Ain't nobody calling my phone 24/7 asking me where I'm at. Doing me. That's where I'm at. In my body.
Yeah, I agree with the fact that older men are a piece of work, especially if you're a young female. I don't. I think in this day and age, in this day era, a lot of men have to be careful with picking up younger women. Because younger women, unfortunately, a lot of these young females, they're very shady, they're very vicious. Young women are not like what younger women used to be back in the day. They just on a whole nother level. Back in the 60s or the 70s, our grandparents, they got married at 14 and 15. It was cool then, but in this day and age, I just think as an
Yeah,
older
all
man, you
them
got to be
dating.
careful. You have to be way more careful now because these young girls now, they're all about profiting. They're getting with older guys, get knocked up, get pregnant from them, so
And younger girls
they
have
get
to be
child support.
careful. Like, just cause a man is older and you feel like he got money or house or whatever, he's gonna try to control you and run you because he's older than you.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
You
definitely
should
another big
not have a
issue.
man calling your phone asking you where you at. You a grown woman. You should not
Hmm.
have a man telling you, "Oh, you need to be in the house." You a grown woman.
Yeah,
That's
I
why I
mean,
don't
if y'all
understand
not if
that.
y'all not married or in a solid relationship,
Why is
nobody don't
you
need to be
why
controlling
is you
nobody.
letting the man telling you you need to be in the house?
I told, yep,
And
it's
sometimes I
unfortunate.
hate that. Like, I could be having fun with a lot of my friends. I hate females like this. Okay, I could be having fun with 4 or 5 different females. We could be having a girls' night. And one girl, her attitude would change because her man keep calling her phone 24/7 and he don't want her to be there. I hate girls like that.
Hmm.
If your man calling your phone and you gonna catch an attitude because he mad at you for being out, don't come with us. Stay home.
Yeah,
Cause why is you
yeah,
allowing a man to call your phone to tell you where you should be and where you shouldn't be?
I
No, ma'am.
I agree. I've talked about that before. I've always said women who got possessive husbands
Oh
or who
yes.
got possessive boyfriends, you
Don't come
don't
out
you
with
don't
us,
need to
baby.
be
Stay
going
home.
out. You don't need
Stay
to do a
home.
girls' night.
Cause we don't want to see no attitude because you mad at your man. Stay
And
home.
definitely bring your own.
Ruining the
And
night.
this and that thing, bring your own goddamn car. So why the hell should somebody have to stop having their fun to go drop you back off because
Cause your
Tyrone done
nigga
blew up the
mad.
phone and want to know why you left the house and why you ain't asked him if you could leave the house. If you know if you're in a possessive relationship and and that's the type of man you chose to be with, then you need to just be with your man. You don't need to be going out, hanging out with your girlfriends and none of that. You don't need to be doing any of that because that opens a can of worms. So that's another issue. But this is my next question. Why do you think a lot of men find it hard to date women, females within your age range?
What do you mean, like older man?
No, young men within your age range. Period. Or either older or younger. What is your intake on that?
What's your question? Okay.
The question is, why do you think young women in your generation, why is it hard for men to be able to deal with them, whether older or younger? What is it about females in your age range that you figure is the reason why they can't get a relationship? Basically, is why can't they have a relationship with somebody? You're not understanding the question.
No, like
Basically,
everybody be who they want to be. I don't get
I
why they can't have a
I
relationship.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, I know it's a lot of young women that are kind of dincy and dangy to the point to where a lot of guys really can't deal with them too long because you do have some females out there that's off the chain too now. You
Mm-hmm.
got some females, they're possessive, they're jealous, they're
Oh boy,
insecure.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's different factors that play into
I
it's
mean, don't no man, excuse my language, don't no man want no weak minded bitch. So that's what all that. Don't no man want.
what do you consider weak minded then? What will make a woman weak minded? What are the traits? Because weak means different things. Meaning weak, like if she sees somebody coming at her man, she won't defend him. Or weak as in, if he tells her to shut the f up, she just sits there. In other words, do you mean weak as far as she doesn't challenge him in a sense? So she's weak because she doesn't challenge him. Is that what you're saying?
No, okay, listen to this. Okay. It could be a man and a woman, right? And the man will cheat with another woman. Okay, this one I'm trying to go at. But when the other woman leaves, he will chase the woman that left because can't
Mm-hmm.
explain it. Listen, y'all, my mama, she talks a lot, so she know how to use the correct words and stuff like that. I'm not a big talker, so I have a hard time with explaining myself or
Just take your
expressing what I'm
time.
trying to say. Cause I'm really kind of shy, so I'm not really a big talker. I'm kind of more in a kind of a stay in the back person. Get what I'm saying?
So yeah, so I guess we could just switch gears right quick. So what makes you different? I guess from what makes your mindset different from the way a lot of young women think today? Because evidently you don't have any kids. You're 18. You don't have any kids. You did
I
graduate
just
high
feel like
school.
people be so blinded by love. You just have to look past. People just be so blinded by love that it make them get in bad situations and make them do stupid things. When you just get to that point of when you with somebody and you look past the I love him, he loved me, and you really start looking at that person,
For who they truly are.
that's when you will get better at making the right decisions. That's what I just think that is. And
Okay.
when I used to be in relationships, I used to, not make the right decisions with men. But when I started getting older and I started looking at F that love stuff. This
Mm-hmm.
guy, he's doing this to me. He's not respecting me. He's doing this. He's doing that. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to deal with it anymore. When you get older and you start realizing that, that's when you will learn the things you should take and what you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't take. Cause a lot of my friends, they're not looking at that. They just looking at I love him. That's my baby daddy.
Right.
They not looking at this man cursing me out. He calling me bitches. We fighting. I don't be with him no more. They not looking past that. So
Yeah,
that's what that
boys,
is.
not men. Yep. In third degree, you're right. Boys, not men. When you're dealing with boys versus dealing with a man, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And it's unfortunate that a lot of young women do not have that advantage that you have. At least you had people schooling you, because this is the biggest thing, y'all. A lot of the problem with our black children today, and the reason why a lot of them end up in dysfunctional ass situations, the reason why our black daughters are ended up becoming mothers at a young age, and young black men, they are in a correctional facility, they're
Blinded.
becoming fathers. A lot of it has to do with the fact that they don't have enough of adult structure. I allow, not only has my daughter been
Right.
raised by me and her father in the same household, she also has a relationship with her grandmother. She also has a connection with her grandparents. And the problem with a lot of us as black folks, we are not allowing other people to bond with our children. We have this attitude to where, nobody
The
can't tell us child. We
pregnancy,
don't want nobody, no want nobody to tell us child
the
anything.
young pregnancy thing is just out of control. I mean,
Yeah.
a 15-year-old can say I'm pregnant and all everybody saying congratulations. Like that's
Right.
crazy.
Right. And that's another good question to bring up too. Why do you think there's an issue? What is your biggest pet peeve? How do you feel about, let me just make it simple. How do you feel about young females getting pregnant? What's your intake on that?
I mean, every child is a blessing, but the situation that you bring that child in is crazy. Like you and the man, y'all not in a committed long-term relationship, y'all not married,
Mm-hmm.
but you having a baby from a man that you not even meant to be with for life. You not even meant. And then another thing is a lot of females, I really don't even blame the guy
Mm-hmm.
because you knew you and the boy was just smashing.
Yep.
You end up getting pregnant. He ain't never even told you I love you. You end up getting pregnant. Now
Mm-hmm.
you on social media. Oh, these niggas ain't this and that. Then why did you get pregnant by him?
Now,
Why did you have a baby from him?
now I'm glad you brought that up because this is my next question. Because I hear women.
I don't blame a guy. Like in the guy voice, you knew I was just fucking you. So I don't know why you thought I was gonna be father of the year, daddy, when you had that damn baby. Because you knew what it was from the jump. So I don't
Yeah,
even really blame the guy.
yeah. Now that's my next question. I'm glad you
But
brought that
it
up,
is the
though.
guy's, it's his fault too, just as well as the woman. But the
But
woman always act like,
whose more fault is it? We know it both should take two, but who should be held more accountable when it comes to babies being bought and produced in the world?
the woman.
And why do you feel the woman is more accountable?
Because it's your body and you the one who was gonna develop that baby for 9, 10 months. So
Yeah, and you know what? And I talk about that all the time on YouTube, and I'm constantly getting women to
and I
come
mean
at me
everybody
and be
don't
like, "Well,
believe
it takes two. Yeah, it takes two, but at the same token, as the woman, we have the power
you
with what's
let that
between our
man, I
legs."
mean everybody don't believe in abortion, but you let that man slide in you with no condom and you decided to have the baby. So don't go cry wolf because he don't want to be there for you because you know he ain't liked you like that when he was just smashing you. So
Exactly,
ain't nobody but
exactly.
your fault.
And that's a harsh reality that a lot of us as black women, we don't want to face it. We
Right,
feel
like
like,
I knew women, you done already had a baby from this man that wasn't going good. And you let this man get you again for a second time.
yep, yep,
You let
second
it
time,
happen again.
yep, yep.
And then the first baby ain't even one yet. And you let it
Barely even
happen
walking.
again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like women be making themselves so handicapped to a man. And it's your
yeah.
fault.
They really handicap their own life. You know what I mean? Because a man can't
Right.
impregnate you
I don't really
unless you
blame the
allow it.
man.
Yeah, that's what I tell women that all the time, and I catch a lot of heat for it. I'm like, if you pregnant, that's because you chose to get pregnant. I don't. Their excuse is, well, it takes two. It doesn't always take two. It takes you. Once you would have protected yourself, it wouldn't have mattered if he protected himself or not. It would have not mattered. Period. It wouldn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
So
bet it's taking one to take care of that baby because I bet you got that baby 95% of the time.
exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
now
And
what take two now? Because he ain't there.
exactly. Exactly. And again, let's talk about, what do you how do you feel about black women in friendship? Do you really think that black women can genuinely uh bond with other black women, or do you think there's always some type of enviousness, some type of jealousy? How do you feel about
I
black
feel
women
like you
in
can
friendship?
have one or two true friends, but I feel like you can have friends, but everybody is not 100% your friend. Some people are probably like 80% your friend. You get what I'm saying? Because you can have a friend that's in a certain situation and don't want you to judge them, but let it would have been you. Let it would have been you
Mm,
that had that baby. Guess what? She might have not ever say it, but in the back of her head, she'll probably be like, she right here doing this, she right here doing that. But I feel like people can be, um, black women can be friends with other women, but sometimes a little envy can get in the way sometimes. And sometimes as black women with friends, we overlook it sometimes.
yeah, yeah, we try to give people, try to give females a pass, on that a little undercover disrespect. When she's shading you, or you know throwing shade, like, yeah, oh, you think you so and so and so now
And
because you
that's
got
why
it, yeah.
I never feel bad about how I feel about another person's situation. Cause let it would have been you. They would have had a whole lot to say. That's why when I have friends going through these certain situations and I try to lead them in the right way, give them good advice,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad about doing it or speaking my mind. Cause if it would have been me, you probably wouldn't even been real with me. You probably would have just had it in the back of your mind, like, yeah, she doing it, she doing that. That's how some females are. That's why you
Yeah.
just can't step back. Like, I got so tired of females calling my phone about my man did this, my man did that. And you try to give black women advice and they don't take it. They do the same thing
Oh.
and they want to call your phone again about the same man. No, I'm just
Oh.
about to detach myself. I know being the real friend, you should stick by your friend, do her bad moments and stuff, but enough is enough.
Yes, and you know what? You said
I'm glad I only
something.
got 2 friends. I got tired of females calling my phone. You helping your friend out. You giving you pulling up to her, helping her out. You giving her these long messages of advice. They don't take it. They don't listen. You just gotta let people go through the storm by themselves and see for
That's
themselves.
right.
Cause you cannot
That's
tell
right.
a black woman nothing about her man. For real.
Yeah. I
Do not
mean,
waste your energy trying to be there for your friend about that man. She would have to leave herself.
exactly.
She
Exactly.
would have to see for herself. You cannot, you can't get in between penis and vagina. You can't get in between that. You cannot.
That is so true.
I got tired of wasting my voice.
Once a female gets
You can't
dickmatized,
tell her nothing.
that you can't, that's a done deal right there. You can't do nothing with a broad once you become dickmatized. Now, oh, let's read some of the comments too. I haven't been reading some of the comments here. Raw L says, having kids young and still want to run in the streets and clubs. Girl, you better go breastfeed your child. Okay. Also, third degree says, once a young lady allows a man into her heaven, vagina without a condom at the moment in time, she's agreeing to have a child with him.
Right.
Absolutely. Third degree burns. You're not allowed to come in the feminist chat room and talk like that. We will boost you, sir. We will ask you. Yeah, but 100% facts. Appreciate that third. Rael says, I've been told before from sisters working in welfare that this one chick was 41 with 11 kids with 11 baby daddies and was pregnant with the 12th, not
So that's just
1940.
ridiculous.
Wow. I know a chick who has a baby with a homeless guy. Well, his sperm show was working.
His
Her and his
sperm
women.
show was worthy.
Yes. And I'm beyond. Oh, I got to do the chat. I'm beyond. Thank you for the $20 donation. I so appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate everybody in this chat room for all the comments and all the input. We thank y'all. Me and Mocha Jr. over here. What's up, James Harvey? Okay, yeah. Ernest, bro, my homie said the chick he used to smash let a crackhead hit, and she a registered nurse working at the VA. Damn. Most of the time, women don't listen to advice. Let them catch the bricks upside the head.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I've just gotten to the point to
They really
where,
don't want advice. They just want somebody to listen to their problems, really.
yeah, they just want somebody to cry, and they just want
Yeah.
somebody to whine about the
Right.
problem. They don't want nobody helping them to fix the
They
problem.
don't
They
want
don't
no
want nobody
help.
helping them to correct the problem. Rael says, once penis and vagina meet, it's over. Yep, pretty much. It is what it is. Beyond says, good evening, Mocha, QueenBae, and everyone else on the stream. Both you and your daughter look lovely in this photo. Thank you. Appreciate it, Beyond. Thank you very much. Um, Alice says, I don't get why some people believe women does not ask to get pregnant after having sex. Like, what do you think the purpose of doing that is for? People shaking my head. I don't. A lot of this, you have to realize, you have some black women that are what's the word? I want to make sure I say it. They have a mental malfunction. In other words, basically, they do not utilize any of their common sense. It's
I don't
bananas to
I
me.
don't really think the purpose of sex is just to reproduce. I think sex is also for married people to spiritually connect with their significant other. So I don't think sex is just for reproducing. It's more than that.
Yeah, but
So
what he was saying was, how do some women believe that if they are having sex, how you figure you can't get pregnant? Especially, especially if
yeah,
you're not
right.
using no condom, how you figure you're not? liable to reproduce or bring another child in this world when you know you laying with a dude wrong. You know what I mean? It's basically common sense. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So you know that
Some
uh
people be all into that
to the moment.
no people some people be all into that. Well, I'm not what's the word every month where you
What
I'm
like
not
when she,
fertile this month, this and that. That just be all bull.
yeah, a lot of and honestly, it's a lot of us as black women. We just straight oblivious.
Yeah.
We oblivious to a lot of shit. You know, we just straight
We
oblivious.
don't want to care. We just want to get the moment over with.
Yeah, a lot of women. They just really don't. You know, they don't
They don't be
care
trying
about
to think about
themselves.
all that.
They don't think about it till damage is done. Or either, like Ernest Kwame says, which is true. Some women want to get pregnant on purpose. And you know, for
Right.
instance, the female you told me about, we're not going to say her name, but she aborted one child only to turn around, to end up pregnant again. You know what I mean? So, a lot of these females, they know exactly what they're doing. A lot of them, they want to get pregnant. They don't feel secure enough to try to get a man the right way, so they want to get a man a shady way. They want to get pregnant from the man because they don't feel woman enough to try to get a man the right way. If I got to get pregnant to make a man want me, that says something about my psyche. And I think a lot of us as black women
No,
got damaged psyche.
I didn't have friends sit here and understand the things I'm saying about pregnancy and turn around. Oh yeah, girl, yeah, I feel you, girl. Ain't none of these men get me pregnant. Oh yeah, oh girl, she crazy for having a baby by him. And as soon as they man break up with them or they love believe them, you in the street saying you pregnant just so he could come back. I don't understand that.
It's called desperate cause for desperate measures. When a female gets desperate and she feels as if she doesn't feel worthy of herself, and like you said
She wanna
earlier,
do something to pull him
insecure.
back in.
So that a lot some women will stoop that low. I've seen some women that intentionally get pregnant just so they can try to keep a man, only to find out that when the child gets here, they still don't keep the man. The man moves on, he gets married to a whole nother woman. He still has kids from a woman he really wants. So you still end up left out in the dust, and you're right back to where you definitely started from. You know what I mean? So you definitely made a lot of significant points with that or whatever. But yeah, for everybody who's coming in, this is what I've been doing tonight. But blogging tonight, I've been blogging with my daughter, talking about how black women that we're depriving our daughters because we're not schooling them, we're not giving them wisdom, we're not giving them knowledge. We're not giving black women we're not giving these young black women enough of knowledge and wisdom. Again, my daughter, she's 18. She was raised in a two-parent household. Me and her father raised her since she's been a newborn, and we both are still in her life unto this day. Not only that, her grandparents are in her life, and a lot of black women, we are cheating our children out of having a village to raise them. We are shunning people away because we have such a bad attitude, to the point to where sometimes as black women, people don't want to be there for us when it comes to our children. I've known some people personally. um you know People don't deal with them. And because people don't deal with them, people don't deal with their children. And I think a lot of us as black women, we have gotten to the point to where now, because of our attitude and because of our know every goddamn thing, our ego, our pride, a lot of people are leaving us to raise our children alone. I know some people who are good grandparents, but they don't really want to have anything to do with their grandchildren because of the way the parents are. The parents think they know every damn thing. You guys, a lot of I've heard a lot of parents, a lot of single black moms who say nobody can't tell me how my son is. Nobody can't tell me how my daughter is. I know my son. I know my daughter. And the truth of the matter is, as a single mom, as a parent, period, you really don't know how your child is behind closed doors. So you really can't say for sure what your child is capable of. Like I said, I work in a correctional facility. I've seen parents drop to the floor when the judge tells them their son or daughter has life in jail. life in prison for murdering somebody, because you know what? They didn't think they raised the murderer. They didn't think they raised the rapist. They didn't think they raised that type of child.
People
But
be having their own secretly private
yeah, yeah,
um
yeah. They have their own secret private, as far as, I'm just trying to understand or whatever. Uh anyway, as I was saying, the truth is, a lot of us as black mothers, nobody cannot give us what they call as constructive criticism about our children.
behavior.
We are constantly in denial. I've seen women who snap and get mad with teachers because a teacher called them and said, "We're having trouble with JJ. JJ acting out in school. JJ misbehaving." I've seen mothers come to these schools and go off on teachers, go off on the principal, and say, "How dare you call my child out?"
A lot of black men choose white women because white women are very submissive. AA. Black yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, we've been knowing that for centuries. White women are not going to challenge black men
Yeah.
as much. And I don't knock it. I don't knock what they call it, interracial dating. If you rather deal with a woman that's not going to
A
challenge
lot of
you,
these top
that's so be it.
actors and celebrities are married to white women.
But what's up, Great Britain? But this is the thing: you got to be careful though, because of some of these white women now, they starting to act like sisters in a sense. They taking brothers to the courts, cleaning them, taking them for everything they got. A lot of these white men in the industry, if white women were so great, their white husbands are divorcing them. They white husbands are leaving them. They lawyers, they're doctors. If you look
And
at a lot of
it's
these,
white women, it's white men that like black women.
I mean, the thing is, there a woman is a woman.
Right.
This is what a lot of men have to understand. We have to stop categorizing the difference between black women, white women, Puerto Rican women. A woman is a woman. You piss a woman off, I don't care if she black or white. She gonna make your life miserable. Ask these white men who have had their white wives take them for millions in the courts, end up with the mansions, end up with the cars. Let me tell y'all something.
A
These white
scorned
women and all that submissive they used to be. Yeah, a scorned woman is a beast. And it don't matter if she's black, if she's white, she's Puerto Rican. You piss a woman off, you're going to see an evil side of her. I've seen some white women do some evil stuff just like black women would do it. I've seen black women do some evil stuff. So there you cannot categorize and figure a certain type of woman is more messier or more evil than the other. You know what I mean? A woman is a woman. But if she's a scorned woman, a scorned black woman, a scorned white woman, she gonna make your life miserable. She's going to make your life miserable. She's going to take you for everything you got, especially if she sees that her manipulative ways are not working. And a lot of brothers are finding out the grass ain't always greener. You can go to the other side, and same thing with sisters. Sisters think the grass is greener when they go and date white guys, and find out you got some crazy ass white boys out there too. That's just as crazy and vindictive. Exactly, Great Britain. Vindictiveness has no prejudice. That's what I'm saying. So we need to come off the white women are more this and the black women, the foreign women are more that. A woman is a goddamn woman. If she's a beast, she gonna be a beast. And every woman, regardless of her color, has some beastie ass ways. It just depends on what the hell you do to bring them out. I've seen white women. What matter of fact, the one I was married to Scottie Pippen. I mean, pretty white woman. She cheated on him with Future, divorced him, and took him for everything he had. Then on top of that, when Scottie Pippen caught her name, I think her name was Marissa. Basketball player Scottie Pippen, when he caught Marissa messing around with Future, he should have got rid of her ass then. Now I bet you if she was a sister, he would have threw her, he would have got rid of her immediately because she's this beautiful white woman who had all of her children. He took her back. And you know what happened when Scottie Pippen took his white wife back? She divorced him and took him for everything she had. So, with that being said, you cannot figure because somebody's skin of their color that they're not crazy or they got problems. Huh? Oh, what's up, Simone? Simone says white men crazy. They kill the whole family, even the goldfish. They do. That's what I'm saying. I see some sisters. You need to swirl. You need to go with other men outside your race. And guess what? What's that white guy? His name was Scott Peterson. Killed his beautiful white wife. A lot of them been killing their wives. Them white men, they don't play. They will kill your ass. Them white, they don't even argue. They won't fight. White, they won't. They'll just straight kill you
in your sleep.
They'll kill you. They won't
And
even
burn
go.
the house down.
Yeah, they won't even go cheat on you with your best friend or anything. He'll just stab your ass right in your sleep, and then he'll collect the insurance money and go buy a brand new yacht and be sailing the ocean blue. Living his best life, acting like he ain't even murdered nobody. That's what I'm saying. Everybody think the grass is greener. When you're dealing with a crazy ass man or a crazy ass woman, there's no discrimination in that. Some people just goddamn crazy. That's why I hate when black people want to talk about how white men do they white women and how white guys and white women treat they men. You don't really know what these people go through behind closed doors. Matter of fact, um, the white guy, oh, I forgot his name. He was the one, he killed his wife and his two daughters. He just killed the whole goddamn family, just like Simone said. He took the whole family out. Only thing was he didn't touch the goldfish. He didn't do nothing to the goldfish, but he did kill the wife and he killed both his daughters. Then she was pregnant, carrying his first son. He still killed her. His name was oh my gosh. Watts. I know Watts. Watts is the last name. Let me look it up. Because that was a very interesting story. Y'all get a chance on YouTube, check that out. That was a very, very interesting story. About the Mr. Watts. I can't remember his name, but he took out his whole family. And the documentary was very, very interesting. That a lot of people thought they was the ideal American family. Thought they were happy. Um, thought they were, successful because he had his own, I think he did construction or something. He worked at an oil plant or something. And the whole time, it just became a disaster. But anyway, we'll save that topic for another day. But on that note, I thought it was imperative that we did this content tonight or whatever about this, about young black women, as far as not being guided by their parents. And this is just a living example. Y'all been hearing my daughter basically speak through the majority of the content we did tonight. So it's really on us as the parents. You can either teach your children to go the right way, or you can teach them the wrong way. She could have very well became another statistic. I could have became a grandmother at a young age. She could have became a mother at a young age. We could have very well felt became a part of that statistic, but I wanted better for her. And I think if more black women thought on a level of wanting better for their children, your children would not fall into the same entrapment. There's as black women, we're constantly reproducing a generational curse. Just because your grandmother grew up having 4 or 5 different kids from 4 or 5 different dudes, your mother ended up repeating the same mistake, having 4 or 5 different baby daddies, and now here it is. You have repeated the same mistake. You're on your fifth or sixth baby daddy, and here it is now. Your daughter is on her second or third baby daddy, and if you don't break that generational curse, your granddaughter is going to fall into the same footsteps. So we're constantly reproducing that same seed because we're not doing anything to change it.
And black women have this thing where they can talk about other people's kids, how another woman is raising her kids, and right up under your nose, your daughter having sex, and
Yep.
she gets pregnant.
Yep, exactly. We're quick to judge how somebody else's child is not being raised, but meanwhile, your child doing all kind of stuff behind your back. You don't have a clue. And you know what? I find it funny because we're not going to say any names. but I know you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We been saw this little girl was a troubled person, a troubled child. But her mother, so prissy, think because she was raising them in a white neighborhood, in a nice white gated community, and I'm not knocking that. I think, as a woman, you should want to put your child in a different environment and raise them better. But you did all of that, put them in a nice neighborhood and a nice home, but your daughter was still going around here doing ratchet project stuff that a female in the projects would do. She
And
was
you
sneaking
did
out the
nothing
window.
about it, and now it's too late.
Yeah, yeah. Now she done became a mother at the age of 14, and a young man who impregnated her, was 18. And here it is, her life is just, is gone. She's a mother. She didn't get to finish graduating high school, none of that. You know what I mean? So again, as women, we have to stop being in denial. You see your child behavior is changing. They got a boyfriend. If your child is out there having boyfriends, this should be the age you need to go ahead and put on something. Don't sit up here and figure, oh, I know my daughter ain't having sex.
And just because you know your daughter, you don't know her boyfriend. He could turn her out into that stuff. So
right, that's a good point too. You can have a daughter that's a good girl, but depending on what type of dude gets in her head, and he turns her out because he got that good stroke game, and she becomes stigmatized. Now your daughter off the chain, she all over the place, wilding out. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? So it's
let's
just
talk about
something.
how mothers are celebrating the wrong things in their kids' life.
I agree. I agree with that. I've done content on that before. I think it's far too many of us as Black women. We are too busy celebrating the wrong things. When it comes to our children. Thank you, Great Britain, for the $2 donation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I think that's a major problem. As Black women, I find it very disheartening that as soon as we find out our underage, unmarried daughters are pregnant, the first thing we do as Black women, the first thing we do is we run to Party City and we buy decorations and start planning a goddamn baby shower. Who does that? I'm not understanding why so many of us are doing that. And it's very disappointing. I've seen it over and over and over. How do you feel comfortable throwing a baby shower for your unwed underage daughter? And on top of that, you're giving her the privilege to invite other young women her age there, giving them the wrong impression that that having a child by yourself is a joyous goddamn occasion. That should not be celebrated. We as Black women, we are giving mixed signals to our daughters.
And you bringing your grown ass friends from work that's married.
Yep.
And
Yep.
your and they husbands to your 16-year-old baby shower.
Exactly.
That should be embarrassing as hell.
They're not embarrassed though. They're not embarrassed.
And guess what? And after that baby shower, less than a year, they get pregnant again. Because you celebrate the first one. It was nothing wrong with the first time that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who's doing that? You know who's doing that? We as Black women. We the ones that throwing the baby showers.
You should
These
be
Black men aren't
embarrassed.
doing it.
And the baby daddy don't even show up. Your daughter sitting up there by herself. That should be very embarrassing.
That's the problem though. They're not embarrassed.
But they don't care because when you was young, you had a baby at that age and your mother threw you a baby shower.
Yeah.
So
it keeps going. Yeah. They're not embarrassed. And then the thing about it, or if the young man does come to the baby shower, it's awkward because if you notice, his family can't even bond with the young woman that's having the baby, can't even bond with her family. It's just an awkward ass position because these young people, it's just changes the dynamics because these young people not understanding y'all are bringing a whole nother human being into this world. And I've seen a lot of drama. I've seen a lot of black people fall out over teenagers getting pregnant. I've seen the baby daddy side blame the baby mama side, and the baby mama blame the baby daddy side, when really is both of y'all was irresponsible for allowing your teenage son and your teenage daughter to bring this child into the world. It's both parents' fault. Y'all want to sit up there and call the other one out, where your daughter shouldn't have been so fast. Well, no, your son shouldn't have been so fast. It goes both ways around. When I see two teenagers that are having a child, the first thing that dawns on my mind, I think about the parents. Who the hell are the parents? That's the first thing I think about.
I know who the parents is right in the damn baby shower.
They sit right in the baby shower, and it's the
Giving
black
gifts,
and it's
cutting the
the black
cake.
women. We the main one. We decorate the baby shower.
White women, they be embarrassed. They lock their daughter in the room for the whole summer.
No, not us. We invite the pastor to our baby shower. We invite everybody to the baby shower.
Send their child off to military school.
No, not us. No, we don't do it. We be happy. We like, go ahead, invite your friends. First of all, your daughter friends don't even have a damn job to go buy anything for the baby because they still in high school themselves. You got a 15-year-old having a baby, but you want her to invite her damn friends. What the hell they gonna buy? Their parents still taking care of them. And again, it's the parents' fault. It's the mothers that are doing it. They're the main ones who ran the party city and brought all the decorations and decorated the bouquet. They're the ones who bought the cake.
And the baby daddy ain't even had the first $100 to put towards
Yeah,
it.
and the baby daddies, they ain't even brought a pan of potato salad. He just there. And a lot of these young boys, they be sitting in the baby showers just as lost in the sauce, like they really don't know why they there. It's just a disaster. I just, and like another person said here too, if we're not celebrating baby showers, Ernest brought up another good point. Does the whole community you graduate medical school, you barely get any congratulations, but just get released from jail, it would be a block party. That's a big point too. Black, a lot of us as black men and black women, we pay homage to the wrong things. We celebrating baby showers. We're not celebrating when our young people graduate from high school. They done got a scholarship going to college. We never make a big deal out of that. But as soon as somebody pops up pregnant, we're the first ones to run a party city. We're the first ones to throw a party. And that's definitely the truth, Ernest. We don't celebrate our third degree burn says the Dollar Tree. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I get a lot of my party decorations from the Dollar Tree. I will be honest with you. They have like the best decorations. I mean, they less expensive than Party City. Yeah, are they running the damn Dollar Tree? They got a Snoopy theme or Sesame Street theme, and they be so excited. And the sad part is they're not preparing their daughters for the reality that guess what? When this baby shower is over,
you gonna have that baby 95%.
It's on you now. Nobody cares anymore.
And then
Everybody's going
after they
home.
child have after they child have their baby,
Yeah, after the child has the baby, well,
they
now
don't
they got
make them
different
take
reality.
they don't make them take full responsibility. Your child that had the baby, you watching the baby, you still letting her go out and live her happy teenager life.
Exactly.
So guess what? She's
Exactly.
gonna feel obligated to do it again
She
because
gonna
you
feel
helped with the first
entitled.
time.
Yeah.
You didn't really sit it in her mind to this all on you.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Great Britain says more out of wedlock birth, more welfare sponsored lifestyles, more Section 8 housing, and dilapid. I can't read y'all. Dilapidated high crime areas, more gang recruitment, more crime due to less economic opportunity. Cycle repeats. Absolutely, Great Britain. Even though I can't hardly read tonight, but I understand. No mother,
More
no
no
father.
fathers, more only one parent household because you had a baby from some guy that you met when you was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you wasn't even a adult when you made that decision. So people who are in relationships when they was young, soon y'all gonna soon be apart, departed.
Mm-hmm. I agree. For real, we need to discuss why these new mothers give their babies to their grandparents. Now, I've discussed that several times, and a lot of that's the grandparents' fault because I know I
Right.
like for instance, I remember when my sister had got pregnant, on my dad's side, they did not do that with her. Every move she made because she decided to have that baby at a young age. I don't care if she wanted to go to the toilet to piss. She had to take that baby with her. Well, I just want to go up the street to see my friend. Take him with you. Well, I just got to go to the post office. Take him with you. They did not allow her to just leave that child. And guess what? She didn't have any more kids after that. She had my nephew, and he's 12 years old now. She's married. She hasn't had any more children because they did not make her think having a child is luxury. And I think that's a problem with the Black community. We got these young people think that having a child is should be is a luxurious entity, and it's not. And a lot has to do with the parents. I mean, I told my daughter, I said, you don't need to have any children. I'm gonna tell you that now, because I'm at that age where I'm still doing me. I still like to go out. I still like to live my life. You get pregnant now, that's gonna be on
Oh,
you.
I ain't having no kids. I'm too selfish. I want to spend all my money on me.
Exactly. I mean, but it took me making my daughter understand that look, if you make that choice, just realize it ain't about you no more. When you work, your check ain't no getting your nails done, no getting your hair done, no out shopping and spurging. You got to buy baby formula, baby wipes, baby diapers. That all that money goes to the baby. And we're not going to stop our lives just because you decided to make a grown ass woman decision knowing you was too young for it. What's up, Lord Drag One? Appreciate you for coming in. Everybody who's entering the chat room. It's me and my daughter. We're on live tonight or whatever, talking about, different issues, a lot of it having to do with Black mothers, and Black parents in general, not really giving their children any morals, any values, any wisdom and knowledge. And this is the reason why the majority of young Black men and young Black women are lost in the sauce, because they're not being schooled, they're not given any wisdom or knowledge or anything. And me having my daughter on tonight is a proof and an example is that you can make a difference. You don't have to allow your child to become another statistic. Let me see. It was a
Right,
tip.
right. And even when getting married,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to hop and have a baby as soon as you get married because you want a chance to enjoy your husband first.
Yep.
Because how you going to get married, have a baby? Y'all not going to enjoy each other. It's just going to be baby crying all night and work.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's going to
Exactly.
be. So you want to enjoy things first. I had this lady friend, and she's probably in her 30s, and she's in this long-term relationship. And she said, when I got my apartment, I ain't told nobody about my apartment. Ain't nobody came over. I want to enjoy my apartment first. And she's pregnant now.
Mm.
She hasn't told nobody but me. She doesn't want any congratulations because sometimes when people find out you pregnant, everybody want to do too much. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
want to, oh, congratulations, be all in your business. No, she was like, this pregnancy is for me. I want to enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep it to myself. And when I pop out, that's when everybody want to know. You want to enjoy things first instead of just when everything happened, you want to get into things so quickly. Enjoy it first.
That's some real knowledge there, Rissa. That's that definitely. And I tell every, you got time for that. I think, but you know what? I think I wish more Black women would be more honest and say, I'm selfish. I still want to do me, because it's Black women that are mothers and selfish as hell. They still want to do them. You still want to run a club. You still want to, run the streets and go out. You should have not had any children. And I did the same thing. I did not have my first child till I was in my 20s. I ran the streets. I partied. I got all of that shit out my system. I got it out my system. I clubbed. I had my fun because I didn't want nothing left to the imagination once I decided to settle down and lock in and be a wife and lock in and be a mother. I wanted all that stuff out my system. So by the time I did have my child and I did get married, I was cool. I didn't miss the clubs and stuff because I did all that stuff, why when I was out there. So it's important to have your fun now. Then that's when you can start making adult decisions and
Permanent
adult response.
decisions.
Yeah, permanent decisions. Have fun first. That's what you're
And that's
supposed to
that's
do.
a lot of mistakes people make. You make decisions and you don't look long term. You just look in the moment.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I agree. Let me see. There's some comments here.
You're talking about having a baby by a certain person. You want to have a baby now. Are you looking in the future? Okay, does my man like to work?
Oh,
Does he
that's a
is
big
do he
question.
have an education? What I'm gonna do? I just got out of school. I ain't got my degree yet. I don't have my house yet. I don't even have a car yet. People always make decisions in the moment, and no one never looks in the future.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about just having
Look
fun.
past the love. Really look at the situation.
Look past hell. Look past the lust. A lot of time it ain't even love, it's just damn lust or whatever. Especially women, we the one that got to be more careful because the bag is left. The bag is going to be left on us. I mean, if a man doesn't want to be bothered, he has the right where he can walk away. I'm not saying it's cool for him to do that, but it's easier for a man to be able to walk off and say, I don't want to deal with this shit. But women, we don't have that privilege. When we get knocked up, unfortunately, we stuck. We are the ones carrying the majority of the weight. So you definitely brought up a lot of significant points. Risk of that. It's a lot of things that we have to be careful of. So you have any
And
other
also,
points you want to address?
we have to start making better decisions on who we're going to talk to, men and women. Like I have a lot of friends, they love hood niggas. They love niggas that walk up and down the street. They got a car, but he don't have a car. Like us, we are attracted to the wrong things. We not looking in long term. This nigga don't got no car. He don't got no job. He just like to carry a gun and walk around. How is this going to help us in the future when we really get serious? People don't look at that, and therefore, it's not going to help you in the future. So you shouldn't even be talking to him in the first place, because where you are, that's already a sign that it's going to go nowhere. So also that too.
Yeah, exactly.
You're talking
Some women are
to
for that.
you talking to a woman who don't like to work, who don't like to clean. You go
Yep.
to her apartment to bang, clothes everywhere, dishes ain't washed, nothing. So you already know in the future, and you get serious, you gonna have a lot of problems out of her because she don't like to do nothing. So why is you having sex with her? It's not gonna go anywhere. But sometimes they don't want to go nowhere. But
A lot of times you could see a recipe for damn disaster. Once you encounter a certain man or a certain type of woman, um a person's character speaks a lot for itself. It doesn't take a rocket scientist for me to figure out if a man approaches me with no car and he has no job and he's up here trying to hold a conversation with me, talking about he wants to get up with me, he wants to meet with me. Just a person's presentation is everything. You is why would I be that gullible enough to think a man who has nothing going for himself, I'm gonna have a solid future with him. Same thing as a man. You meet a female who just clubs all the time. You meet her at the club. She got on tight ass clothes. You think she gonna be wife material? And everybody in the club know her. The DJ know her by her first name.
and you wonder
The,
why women say, well, you got me like this, so why you want me to change?
exactly.
You ain't had
Exactly.
no problem with it when you met me in the club that
Yeah,
night. So what's the
yeah,
problem now?
yeah. You meet somebody. You meet somebody. in a messed up situation, and now you want to be captain, save them and change them. You met this broad, she was wilding out. She was dealing with all kind of dudes. She was always in and out the club. Now you think because you put a ring on her finger, you can make her this docile, submissive woman. You absolutely can't. But women, we're the worst candidates because we always think we could change men. Now, most men, for the most part, if they know a woman a freak, he ain't gonna try to wife her as much. But women, women will try to change anything. They will pick up a homeless dude. I had a girlfriend who did it. She picked up a homeless dude, took him in her home, tried to make him a real man, a real husband, and it was a recipe for disaster.
And still had them homeless tendencies.
And to this day, he's back in the streets. He's homeless again. She put all that money, she put all that time, she put a lot of energy, having him go to church with her, all of that. And really, she could not change his mindset. You have to realize, as a grown man, as a grown woman, you cannot change a person's life, a person's mindset. Exactly, Lord. You have to have control. It's really all about control. You have to control yourself because you cannot change the mindset of another human being. If a person just wants to be a thought, if a person just wants to be a whore, if a man wants to be a man whore, a male Jezebel, you cannot change that person's mindset. And that's the God's honest truth or whatever. So was there anything else you wanted to add, Rissa, to the topic or
We need to
whatever?
talk about women and they baby daddy.
Okay, women
Women
and their
love
baby
baby
daddies.
daddies.
Okay, now this is a big, big, big issue
It
for black
seems like a
women.
switch when a woman has a baby
When a
from a
woman
man.
has a child from a man, she just thinks the world of him. Even if he's a bum ass dude, even if he's a build a bear project, she really thinks now because she has had his child that he's this newfound man. What is your opinion, Rissa, on these females who think that once they have a child from a man, he's going to be this changed man all of a sudden? What's your intake on that?
It's the fantasies that they see on TV and the celebrities on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You so happy to have a baby from this man, thinking y'all gonna be a big happy family, thinking he gonna be by the hospital bed holding the baby, cutting the umbilical
Like a Tyler
cord,
Perry movie.
and it don't go nothing like that. You and the baby, you there by
Yeah.
yourself, only your mom and your friends there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the mama, the daddy. You at the baby shower by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It don't go nothing like that.
The fact you're right. The fantasy never adds up with the reality of it. These women picture themselves riding off into the
And it's not
sunset.
even that. Like, I've had friends that have their baby father, and it seems like it's this switch. It's like once
Mm,
a woman has a child from a man, it seems like that they take more disrespect. They take all of the toxicness. And
right,
not because they feel like it's their baby daddy, and like the
right.
man can't lead, like they can't leave the man no way anyhow, because it's, when you have a child from a man, that's long term, that's forever. So I guess that's why they take the things they do from their baby daddy, because it's like, well, we gonna be around each other forever, so what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And I didn't had
changes the
to,
psyche.
and I had to tell my friends, like, you can change that. You can cut that off. Just because you have a child from a man doesn't mean you have to stick around and be around through all his toxic, ugh,
Because, but
all his
contrary to what
toxicness.
many may think, you do have some toxic ass baby daddies too now. You got some toxic baby drama baby mamas, but you also got some toxic ass baby
Right.
daddies. Because some of them guys, for some strange reason, not all men, so if it does not apply, you don't have to reply. But some for some strange reason, seems like when a woman has a child from a man, especially if that man didn't love her and they were not married, it just seems like she becomes spoiled to him. It's like she's
Yeah, like
changing.
she real stuck on him. Like, it seemed like baby daddies and baby mamas, they keep trying to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, they keep trying to be in a relationship, keep trying to make it work, keep trying to make it work,
It's
because they
going
feel
hurt.
like they obligated to, because this man is gonna be around forever, and you're not obligated to stick around. Yes, y'all have a child together. Yes, y'all have to co-parent, But you don't have to deal with his bullshit just because y'all gonna be around each other forever. Even though you made that decision, you don't have to deal with that. And I don't understand that from a lot of women. They get very stuck on the man they have a child with.
Yeah, as she was just stating just now, I had to go grab something right quick. Something about, especially for women, when they have a man's child, they automatically think, they assume that it gives them leverage. They assume that it gives them leverage. They assume that now they have some type of hold on a man because she's carrying his seed or
And
she has had his child.
being that the
And
man is
that's
gonna
far from
be
the truth.
around forever, the baby mama gotta keep trying to make them a family, even though they're not together. Keep trying to move in together. Keep trying to make it
Try to make him
work.
overly obligate himself to her versus the child.
No, not that. It's just
That's
that the
one thing
woman
though.
be like very stuck on them. Keep trying to make it work. Like,
Yeah.
baby, that, like, like my
Yeah. Yeah, I know
yeah.
exactly what you mean. A lot of women think, I
She feel
just
like
said
she
it.
gotta keep
She
making it
think
work.
now, she think they're supposed to be a family. It's this automatic stigma. Whenever a woman has a child from a man, it's the stigma in her mind that they're
Right.
automatically a family. And that's not the case. A man could connect with his child and not want the woman. But a lot of these women don't think that. They think if a man really wants the child, that the man could want them. And that's not the case. Just because you have a man's child, that does not mean he's going to obligate himself to you. So yeah, yeah. As I was stating before, oh, okay, you got a birthday coming up, Lord. Turning 44 years old in an hour. Okay, you getting up there. That's a blessing. Your car insurance.
Age is wisdom.
Yep. Now your car insurance will go down a little bit. So that's something that you should be happy about. But happy early birthday. Yeah, it's not a package deal. As Cardinal just said, it's not a package deal. It's a lot of women who really think because she has had a man's child, that it's supposed to be
like they gotta
a
really
family.
stick around.
Like they got to really stick it out, and that's not the truth.
You don't have to do that,
If
girl. You better let him co-parent. You go about your day, and he go about his day.
Exactly.
Like, women make themselves so miserable because that's my baby daddy. He gonna be around. I gotta deal with this. I gotta deal with us fighting. I have to deal with he keep leaving. I gotta deal with he keep leaving me with the child. You don't have to deal with that. You just choose to because you want to make this family, this TV fantasy thing, and it don't work out. Like
It's not a
I
Tyler
know a
Perry
lot
moment.
of people that's not in a relationship with their baby daddy, but they keep trying to make it family. They done moved in. Y'all done already argued and fought 1,000 times, and you move in with the man. You really move in with your baby daddy. As y'all would say, you co-parenting. Thinking your baby daddy gonna pay the bills for trying to play wife. Thinking he gonna pay the bills
She ain't even playing wife.
because
She playing house.
that's his child. It's just what be going on.
Yeah. Cornell said something very interesting. He said men compartmentalize relationships. And I agree with that. Basically, what he's saying is a man can separate his emotions from the logical. Like what you were saying with a woman, she feels like, okay, I had the baby. We're supposed to be a family. We're supposed to be joining together. We're supposed to move in together. We're supposed to be together. But what he was saying is true. With men, they can have a child from you and love their child to death and not even want you, not want to move in with you, not want to ride into the sunset, ride off into the sunset. Men
And if he
could
do,
specialize at doing that.
and if he do moving with you, you thinking, oh, he want to do this with us. He want to move in. No, his heart and his mind be
Could be in
way
separate places. Yep.
separate places.
Men do have that gift. Women, we don't have that gift. Women, we put all our emotions in one damn basket. That's how come women, we screw ourselves every goddamn time. Men, they don't put all their emotions in one basket. They could love the hell out their child and love the hell out of, they new wife and not even be interested in you, even though you're the mother of his child. A lot of women get butt hurt about that. They're like, how could he not love me? How could he not even have
I
some
had
type
his
of feelings
first
for me?
child.
I never say that. I had his first child. I gave him his only son. You have a lot of women who think because they had a man's first son, they think that's an advantage.
I see it on TV shows. I'm his first baby mama.
Oh,
So
she thinks she number one.
you baby mama number two. I'm one. Like,
And they could end up
it don't
married
mean
to the
nothing at
third
the end of
one.
the day. Both of y'all baby
Both
mamas
y'all baby
in the
mamas, yeah.
same boat.
I'm baby mama number. Well, I had his son first. Well, I had his daughter first. It don't matter. Neither one of y'all are with him. Third degree says, what state are we in? We are in Georgia. Georgia. We're in Georgia Peach. That's what we are. We're in Georgia Peach, third degree burns. Yeah, and that's and it's sad, but especially in the South where we at, the women here are really, really, what's the word? How can I say this respectfully? The majority of women in the South, they're pretty pathetic.
And very needy.
Very needy. Yeah, they're very, very needy here. Um,
Need to be loved, need a
just my
man,
four
need somebody
cents.
to touch them at night, need somebody to sleep with at night.
Yeah, a lot of that. Just my 4 cents says, I disagree with Cornell. Depends where the man comes from. Now, I will say this: I agree and I disagree with the both of you. Well, like I said, with Cornell, I agree with the fact that a man can compartmentalize situations when he has made his. Maybe I need to clear it up though. When he has decided that he's not going to be with that person. Now, on the other hand, just my 4 cents, if he has feelings for a woman, then that may be a different story. Depending on the situation, a man could become just as emotional as a woman, depending on the circumstances, depending on the woman. But what I was saying in the terms of women thinking that because they have a child from a man that she's a
They should
package
be
deal, that
entitled
they
to
should
keep
be
making it
together.
work.
A man, on the other hand, he can have a child from a
Like I
woman and
know,
love his child and not want the
like I
woman.
know, women that have baby daddies, they're probably not gonna get over them till they about 40 because they keep trying to make it work. They keep
They,
trying to move in. They keep trying to play house. They
mm-hmm.
keep trying to be together because she feel like, well, this is my baby daddy and I got this child from him. This is my only child, and I just want to make it. They gonna keep doing that for years. I don't think it's gonna stop till they get grown, and marry another older man. It's gonna
Yeah,
keep
some
going.
women, they
They
have
do
a
not
child
get.
from a man. It
They
takes
don't get the
forever
check.
for them to
Yeah,
get past them baby daddies.
right.
Because
Until they
that
like
child is
grown,
like an
grown.
attachment. But even then, though, because I'm not going to say any names, but I know some people, they have been divorced for every bit of almost 20 something years now. And she thinks just because she had both of his daughters first, she's still holding on to that. Even though he been remarried, been had a child from somebody else, a part of her still thinks that she owns that title
And men
of
don't
being the
even
first
look
baby
at
mama.
situations like
And
that.
men don't care about
Men
stuff
don't
like
look at
that.
stuff like that. They just look at, well, they all got my beautiful kids, so
That's it. They don't look at, well, that's my first baby mama, that's my second baby mama. These women, it's called a one-up. That's what's called. A lot of these females, a lot of we as women be trying to one up each other. Well, I'm his first baby mama. Well, I'm his third baby mama. Well, I'm his second. It
well, I
don't
was
matter.
his
All
wife.
of
I was
y'all is
his
a baby
first
mama.
wife.
I was his first wife. So what? Okay, I'm the second. And what you want? A first wife of the year award? You want the second baby mama of the year benefits? And what? So I agree with that. I have a few partners and Marietta. Yeah, Marietta is like less than an hour away from us, third degree burns. Yeah, I'm familiar with that county. If he's just my 4 cents says, if he is a family man rooted from family men, he will stay for family. That's true. That's true. If a man was raised in a family and he's used to having a mother and a father in his home, that alone will be one of the reasons a man will be most likely to want to stay in a relationship for the sake of his kids, because he grew up in a family and he wants his children to have that same advantage. He don't want them being in a single parent household because he wasn't in one.
But
So there's certain
sometimes
things.
men sometimes oops and get the person pregnant.
It depends on the circumstances. Like I said, if y'all wasn't
Yeah, it's on the
together, if it was a
circumstances.
one night stand, I doubt very seriously. Because honestly, some women are not wifeable. To be frank with you, all women is not. Let me tell you something. Some women is it's kind of like certain women are built for certain things. For instance, a woman could have a child, but that don't make her a mother. Or a
Right.
woman could be a good mother, but that don't mean she's a good wife.
And a woman can be a wife, but guess what? Don't do nothing wife do. Don't cook, don't clean. Just sit in the house
Yeah,
and
no,
go
other
out.
words, she could be a married woman, but that
Yeah,
don't mean she's a wife.
yeah.
There's a difference, because there's some women that are married, but they're not wife material. Like you said, they don't cook, they don't clean, they just got the ring and they got the last name, you know, and they have all the assets to everything that man has, but nothing is wife about them. They don't know how to be there for their husbands, they don't encourage their husbands.
Right. James say, hell no. Women think being a baby mama holds the weight as a wife. They do.
They do. They do.
And
That's the biggest
sometimes
thing. Yeah.
we have men that gets women pregnant on purpose just so that woman can be around forever for them.
Yeah,
They
you
do that
have
too. You don't
some.
want to marry her,
Some.
but you want to get her pregnant on purpose so
Just
she could
so,
be
yeah.
around just cause.
Yeah,
So men
some
do
men
that
do that.
too.
Because believe it or not, we got some
And
insecure
women do
dudes
that as
too.
well. They get pregnant from a
Shoot,
man just so
women
she
do it.
could be around him forever.
Women do it more than men. Way more than men. Men do it,
But
but
sometimes
women
a
pull
lot of
that
men
crap
do too
more.
because they selfish. They don't want to see with nobody else. And I
Yeah.
see men, they do it on purpose. Keep getting you pregnant. Keep getting you pregnant so you could be bust up and sit in the house all day. So watch out for that too.
Mm-hmm. I kind of agree, but I'm not going to be miserable in a relationship just for the sake of the kids.
Right.
I absolutely. Oh, what's up, Classic Ruby? Long time no see. I know it's been such a long time. I've been hella busy, but it's so good to see you, Classic. Yeah, I'll be emailing you soon, touching bases. It's just been really hectic ass schedule, but I'm very glad to see you and thank you for coming in. Yep, it's me and my little mini me. But I guess people already gave her a name. They call her Baby Mocha. So we're gonna go with that. But yeah, as Simone was saying, the last thing a woman should do is to stay in a relationship all because of her kids. But some women, they put themselves in a position where they don't have to. Like, I know a woman now, she wants to leave. She doesn't want to be with him, but she needs the money. She needs the money. She cannot afford to
Right.
take care of
Making
the kids
themselves
by herself.
handicapped.
Yeah, she cannot. A lot of women are in miserable relationships because they don't have the finances. They can't afford to leave. They don't have the money. The baby daddy makes the most of the money, or the husband makes most of the money. He pays the bills and stuff like that. So a lot of women, they hate, they miserable as hell, but they need the money. So you got that going. My son was 6 months when I got rid of his mother. It would be more damaging to him if I stayed. His mother was toxic and violent. I absolutely agree. That was a very smart move. The last thing people need to do is use children as an excuse to hold on to toxic ass relationships, because you do the kids more harm than good.
Right.
While you thinking, oh, at least mommy and daddy's under the same roof and they get to see we're together. They get to see we're sitting down watching a Tyler Perry movie and we're a happy family. But sooner or later, if the hate is there, it's going to come out in front of the children. You can't ignore when you just really don't love somebody no more. You're going to argue. You're going to fight physically in some cases. So you're doing the child more harm than good by staying together because we have a child. And I can respect that. I would rather a man walk away from the mother of his child if he knows he just can't stand her ass and be there for the child, versus staying and he's knocking her upside her goddamn head because he can't stand her. Same thing with a woman. I'd rather her leave than to stay with a man just so she can prove her loyalty to him. Um, Yeah, class that's far too long. You know, I miss you to death, Mom. I'm so happy to catch you in Baby Mocha. Sounds like you raised her right. We try. Yes, I so miss you too, Ruby. So much, so much. So we're definitely gonna. I'll have way more days off my schedule next month, so I have way more room to for us to do our live chats. Ruby says the worst thing you can do is model and impose a miserable, toxic marriage for your kids. I totally agree. Because your children are going to get in situations and say, well, I need to stay with my man. I need to stay with my woman because my mama hated my daddy. But guess what? They stayed together. Cornell says, I think it's ego based. I notice women who
Right.
are married to the father of their children carry a sense of ego behind it.
Right. I know this
Ooh,
person,
that's deep. That's
and
deep.
she decided to continue with this man that already had 2 kids.
Mm,
And I feel like the reason why she wants to keep it, like we was talking about, people who have baby daddies, they want to keep trying to make it work, keep trying to make it fit, even though they're not destined to be together. I feel
yeah,
like she keep trying to make it work because she feel like she has that leverage where
yeah.
he's with me and he's not with his other 2 baby mamas, but me being pregnant, he ended up staying with me. So I agree with that.
Ego, yeah, definitely, Cornell. You spoke some actual factuals on that one because it is ego. It is ego. Um, for instance, my husband's ex, she felt like she had leverage. Because before we had my daughter together, she tried to run with that. She tried to run with that, with the fact that she had a child already from my husband. So she tried to run with that and make that and hang that over his head like a mistletoe constantly. She had to constantly remind him that she had a child first and all this and that and everything. But none of that mattered, because again, he moved on, had another family, remarried, and that was that, and to this day, she's still bitter about it. And you have a lot of women that are very egotistical because, they really feel like they hold the upper hand because they have a man's child. And what a lot of women not understanding, unless that man is tied to you mentally and spiritually, he can be tied to that child and not have no type of connection to you. And in some cases, some men don't even really want to connect with the child because they don't really connect with the mother. So that happens
Right.
sometimes too.
Also, and be careful who you have kids with because you thinking, oh, my baby daddy, he's so drama filled. Guess what? Your baby daddy's giving you them traits to your kids. Your baby daddy got anger issues and stuff. You got to be careful who you have kids with. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, who you breed from. That's true. Because
because
some
they get
problems,
those traits.
I agree, because some problems are hereditary. A lot of people don't want to believe that. It's very critical that you be careful who you breed a seed from, because you can be breeding from somebody
And
that has a lot of
you and that baby
hereditary
daddy
issues.
didn't argue for years. Could never get it right. Your child grow up, he act just like his damn daddy. That's how it be for real.
or like
Y'all
the
done argued the
mother.
whole pregnancy. Your child come out look just like that damn raggedy ass baby daddy. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
argue some more. He
Mm-hmm.
grown now, act just like his daddy. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be careful who you have kids with. Can't have
Yeah,
kids with everybody.
you really can't. Oh, well, okay.
It's
Chiming into
more
the
than
comment.
just cute baby this.
It's that DNA, because some people come from some toxic ass
And
families,
then they
and you wonder
family,
why your child bad as hell. No, your child ain't bad. He came from a toxic ass family, and being toxic and drama is in his DNA, or her
right,
DNA.
right.
Yeah, Cornell. Oh, Classic says, I understand the pride and ego, but then as the nurturer, it's her responsibility to start the hard work to repair the marriage. I absolutely agree on that one. And Cornell also says, question: did the child of your husband and his ex suffer? Meaning, did the dynamic create resentment, especially since your daughter was around her father every day? Um, Not really, because she did eventually meet someone who became like a father to them. And because my husband is daily in their lives, um it never really got to that point. I'm sure it has been some challenges to a certain degree, but for the most part, because they were always able to come around and be with their sisters and stuff. We never like separated them. And the kids were smart enough to understand, I live with mama, but I do have a relationship with my dad. So it didn't really change the dynamics too much, Cornell. And I guess it was because of how we handled it.
Right, yeah, it might have been a little,
It was a little
like little
turbulent.
kitty cat, you know, ex-wife and stuff. But like I always hung with my sisters. Like almost every day, I would go to their mama house to hang with my sisters and stuff. So
Yeah.
it wasn't really a whole bunch of drama.
If it
Little
wasn't
kitty
any,
cats now and then, but no, not that.
no, because we've always kind of kept them together or whatever. And it's just that me and her, we're not fond of each other. But we've never, and the kids, they're smart enough. They know that, they know his ex ain't fond of me, and I'm not fond of her. But for the most part, the kids, they chilled with it. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of chaos, and maybe that has to do with too how my husband handled it. He never allowed our spit spats to separate his daughters. So fortunately, we didn't have that problem. Jane said some spirits are in the bloodline. Yes, don't get me to preaching up in here tonight, James. Don't start that. Don't start that. I don't feel like preaching tonight, but that's the God's honest
You wonder
truth.
your baby daddy got anger issues, and you wonder why your child
Got
too hitting, pulling
hitting
your hair.
people. Yes, yes, yep. Spirits are toxic. So the bloodline, a lot of people don't understand how critical the bloodline is. That's why you notice some people who probably took an adoptive child, raised that child, gave that child the best of everything, only for that child to still end up a zero, only for that child to still end up on drugs,
Right.
because um DNA is powerful and spirits are powerful. And certain things
And that's why people
can't be
still
overshadowed.
need be wanting to know where did I come from, because they be wanting to learn more about themselves. Like, why am I like this? Why is my life like this? They be wanting to know where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
adopted kids always feel empty. They
yeah, they
always
have
want to
that
know,
void.
yeah, why I'm like this.
Yeah, and exactly. And sometimes you know a lot about yourself based on the root of your family tree. It's like, how can you know where you're going if you didn't know where you've been? And
Right.
I think a lot of us, if you really look at your family tree, a lot of stuff you doing is something your father probably has done or your mother has done. Now, it's been in some cases we've been able to break the generational curse. Same being that if your granddaddy been a drunk for years and he died being a drunk, maybe you don't drink like he does because either somebody broke that generational curse before you was born and made sure that you didn't fall in that alignment, or either you took it upon yourself to say, no, my granddaddy did, my great great granddaddy was a drunken alcoholic, I'm not going to be that way. So it takes somebody to break that generational curse. And that's definitely something that a lot of us have to understand. Cornell says, wow, that dynamic is very mature, is rare actually. And it just comes from the fact that it's just how we handle the situation. I tell people it's never the baggage, it's how you carry that baggage. So, it's how you make the situation. You can make it toxic or you can make it civil. It just depends. The classic says
Hmm?
the hardest part is admitting that you are just as responsible for the dysfunction as your spouse. Once you own it, it's easier to find the way because you don't fear the reasons why. Totally
Right.
can concur. Just my first sense, I think everyone's opinion is valid, but if he is not your husband first, why are you having his child? Pick wisely, ladies. Men know who you are dealing with
Right.
before. I can't
Expect
argue with that. That's right.
more. Expect
Hmm.
from a man more than just having his baby. Expect marriage. Expect long-term commitment. Because what
Hmm.
does just having a baby mean? That don't mean nothing.
And another thing is, women, we need to get out of that mindset of just being a baby mama and strive to be a wife.
Right.
A lot of women, they're not even trying to be a wife anymore. We're going. It's kind of like It's a lot. They're not even trying to gradually promote themselves. They are skipping wife and
Like,
going straight to baby
I
mama.
was talking to one of these girls from my job, and she was getting in her 30s, and she ended up telling me I'm pregnant, and I was like, "Well, I'm proud. I'm proud of you or whatever, because you getting up for your age a little bit." So we just went to talking, and she's like, "Yeah, he's," and I'm like, "Okay, is this his first child?" I'm getting happy, ask her questions. She was like, "No, he got 6 kids." I just walked away. I was getting happy, about to congratulate. Girl, this nigga already got 6 kids. Why is you? I was like, you know what? Mind my business. I'm like, well,
I had
okay.
to sip my drink on that
I
one.
was like, okay, well, congrats to you.
Oh gosh, why would you want to have your first from a man that has 6, 7? I can't comprehend that. That is the strangest goddamn thing. Um, and that's the truth. A lot of us, we just open ourselves up to be in dysfunctional situations. Um, it's the saying, look deep before you leap, and you really have to really thoroughly investigate a situation before you decide to wholeheartedly involve yourself in it.
I'm sorry, but I can't be with no man who got leverage.
Leverage meaning what? What's leverage?
My child got it. My first child got to be his first child. I'm not dealing with the baby
I don't blame you.
mama.
I
I'm
don't
not about
blame
to
you.
play baby mama number 6. No,
You're not about
ma'am.
to be stepmama.
I got to be the one and only first.
Yep,
So
I don't blame you. It makes things less complicated. Well, how many of these women have mothers who are wives? It's hard to be a wife when you've never seen it growing up. Vice versa, it's hard being a father when you never had one around. I have definitely spoken on this issue several times that the reason why a lot of us as women are screwed up was because of the type of women we had that were in leadership over us.
and right, and females who do have mothers that been screwed up, they talk about their mother like a dog. Oh, my mama, she still with her boyfriend. He doing this, doing that. And
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Without them even realizing it, they do the same thing their mother did.
Okay, that's so true. Absolutely. We like to ridicule. I know this women. We will
It's a
ridicule the hell
lot of
out of
females my
people.
age that talk
Yeah,
real dirty about their mothers. A
a
lot.
lot of black women can't even stand their own mothers. To be honest with you, because again, it's a lot of contradiction, and it's a lot of um. I hate to say this, but some of us as black women, we live off of contradiction. We'll say one thing, but we'll do another. We'll sit up here and go in hard on somebody about, you know, being on their third or fourth child from another man, but we have done it. But we got an excuse for why we did it. Oh, well, see, it's a different story with me because he lied to me, he deceived me. No, you were just as irresponsible as the person you trashing and talking about. And I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of I'm not even saying the word nice, a lot of hypocrisy amongst black women, that we expect so much of each other, but very rarely are we abiding by our own morals and principles. And that is
We
the
quick
truth.
to look at somebody else's relationship and on how that man treats them and how that woman
Hmm.
take stuff from him, but we don't look at our own stuff and look at how much we take from that man and how that man treats us. But we so
Hmm.
quick to say, "Oh, I can never be her. She doing this, she doing that."
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. And my thing is, everybody has a different path to take. Just because somebody failed in one area, it doesn't mean that you're not going to fail in another area. I know some women who have done the right thing the right way and still failed. I know some women who waited till they got their first husbands, had their children from their first and only husband, to still turn around and get cheated on. They're still turning around, and this man does something to disgrace them or something. Because the truth of the matter is, you can't predict another person's behavior. You can do things right your whole life. Go to college, go to church every Sunday. You can do the right thing, and still people will fail you. people will disappoint you because you're dealing with human beings. People will let you
Right.
down. So you can't, even if you do things the right way, you can still be cheated in some way or another because it's called life. So you have to expect that even if you do it the right way, things can happen. Things can go wrong in the end. And you'll be like, damn, I did it the right way. I waited till I got married. I waited till we had our first child together. And damn, this shit happens. Or that happens. Lord, why me? Why me? Why did this
Because
have to go wrong?
it's because you got yourself together, you got your life together, but you're
Hmm.
not looking at the right person who got their self together and who got their life together. So you
Hmm.
didn't got everything, you didn't did everything right, but you didn't met this man who don't got everything and who ain't did everything right, and
Hmm.
now your life right back
It's
down, all the
chaotic.
way down.
And sometimes that's all it takes. You could be a good man, a good woman, and you miss to give the wrong person a chance to come into your life, baby. I tell you, ain't no joke. It's one thing.
And
It,
you
you,
marry them, boom, messed up your credit. Oh,
yeah. Some people can bring chaos to your life like no other. And it probably took. It's as the saying goes, good things happen, bad things can happen to good people. And you got to be prepared for that. You got to be prepared. It's a lot of good men and who has given chances to the wrong woman, and it's a lot of good women that has given too many chances to the wrong man. So it can very well happen. You have to use wisdom. You have to use common sense when it comes to making a person your mate and your companion, because some people are not looking for love. Some people are just looking for help. Some people just won't help. Some people need help with their bills. Some people need help with their debt and their finances. Everybody's not looking for a soulmate. Some people are looking for a helpmate. They just want somebody that's going to pull them out that hole that somebody else caused them to get in. Somebody's looking for a cleanup man or a cleanup woman. A lot of that is going on. So these days, as a black man, as a black woman, make sure that you're not being somebody's janitor. If you go into their life and you see stuff is all screwed up, they're in a bunch of debt, they got these baby moms, they got these baby daddies. If you really want to be with that person, despite their current toxic ass situation, I advise you to back up and let them straighten out the majority of that shit by themselves. Don't you come in and try to clean it up, because you're going to feel so cheated when you done stepped in and been a captain, save them. And now that this dude or this woman got their stuff together, now they want to leave you now because they don't have a purpose for you. Because you got some people, they are only loyal to you as long as they are getting what they need. But once the benefits stop, so does the loyalty stops. So you have to be very careful. Ruby says that happened to my friend. She was a virgin till marriage. Good, gorgeous church girl. Married a minister in the church. Good, feminine, submissive wife. He was sleeping with her married best friend. Now, ain't that a goddamn
mm,
Tyler Perry ass movie?
wow.
Somebody about to catch a goddamn case. So she did everything right. And still, it happens. I know. I have a cousin. Actually, true story. Was in the military. Had graduated school, got in the military, had a good career with the military, good husband, excellent provider, all of that. And yet he turned around and married a woman who already had a child from another guy before they got together. But I guess he didn't mind being stepdaddy. He accepted the child, all of that, to only end up dealing with his wife who had whored on him repeatedly. He paid for like 4 abortions. She done been with some of the men in his family. She done been with some dudes outside of the family. He just totally disrespected her. I mean, she totally disrespected him in every way possible, to the point to where he started stepping out on her. He started stepping out on her, seeing women and stuff. And what happened was, when he started stepping out there, all time of night, this particular day, she called his phone, going off on him. Now, even though she was the one hoeing the majority of the marriage, now he tired of it. He want to got there and he want to take his turn to whore around. And they got into a bad, heated up texting. I think they was texting each other back and forth, to the point to where it made him hit another car. So He got into a very bad car accident over having a texting war with his wife. And what happened was it caused his head to hit the windshield. And when his head hit the windshield, it caused his brain to shift in his cerebrum. I don't know what that's called. In his skull, it causes his brain to shift. And because of that, he has a mental malfunction now, which means he's in his right mind, meaning he can eat, sleep, talk, walk, do everything an adult does, but his speech impairment is forever ruined, and he doesn't have the he's not able to function as an adult. He can function like a 6-year old, basically. In other words, he can't handle bills, he can't pay the bills anymore, stuff that a woman would want her husband to do. He can't cut the grass in the yard. um he can't handle business, he can't fix a light bulb. He just, you get what I'm saying. And now she has full control over his life because he gets a military pension. So now she's really got an advantage. She's had 2 kids on him within the time of the accident from another man. So I mean, to this day he's still getting dogged and still getting dragged. And that's because even when he was in his right mind, he would not leave her. When she was tricking on him and holding on him, he was talking about getting divorced then. And everybody was telling him then he need to get a divorce. Well, he chose not to do that. And now he's permanently stuck with her for life because he's not mentally able to defeat her. So now, like I said, he's like a 6-year old. She has to babysit him. She can't let him be to the house by himself. You know, that whole accident just changed him mentally and physically. You know what I mean? So again, if you have a person that's not treating you right when you are in your right mind, you can only imagine how a person is going to treat you. God forbid if something were to happen to you and you end up in your wrong mind. So just be mindful. If you got a spouse or a companion that's kind of dogging you and you're in your right mind and you're able to comprehend, if you end up in a situation where they got to be over you because you're not able to take care of yourself, realize they're just going to dog you even more, because that's what she's doing. She's really kind of, taking advantage of him, and he's getting a large monthly amount of military payment and pension. So, he's definitely being taken advantage of, and he can't do nothing about it because he's not capable of taking care of himself anymore. So, anyway, I know we have rambled on for a good amount of time. Is there anything else you would like to add, Queen Bay, to this topic before we get ready to, shut it down for the evening? Any last minute words, or anything else, just any last minute advice? Ain't got to be nothing deep. Anything else you would like to share before we get ready to shut it down? It's not supposed to put no spotlight. Well, I'll do this talking for you. Yeah, basically what Queen Bee wants to say
always
is,
trying to put the spotlight on me. She know I don't know how to talk.
You've been doing very fine talking tonight. Matter of fact, I hope that a lot of you through this content was able to definitely see that there are young Black women out here who are learning, they are growing, who are trying to better themselves, and that has everything to do with the type of parenting they have. I say behind every queen is a bigger queen. It takes queens to raise queens and to teach queens how to be queens.
What to say?
Is she a correctional officer? Let me see what this here. Let me see. We're having a couple game or movie nights, and you walk into the room to grab something, and they're cheating with your BFF on your bed, and you find out that's every day for years. Oh goodness, I would be at Alcatraz.
You find out that's every day for years.
Yeah, other words, when she was telling us earlier about the lady who husband was cheating with her best friend and stuff like that. I mean, it happens.
I'm walking out before I have to go to jail.
Mm-hmm. It's stuff like that happens every day. No, I'm the correctional officer. No, I'm the one that's the correctional officer. This is my daughter that I'm doing a live that I'm doing a live with. Actually, that's what I was supposed to do tonight. I was supposed to talk more about being the challenges of being a female correctional officer, but I guess I have to save that for another time because I did this for like we've been on this content for about 2 hours tonight, and I know everybody has other things they have to do. So I'll save that for another time, talking about challenges of being a correctional officer because it's definitely been very, very interesting. Yeah, we've been on here, Ruby, for like 2 hours and some change, but I'm going to definitely leave this upload up for those who want to catch the beginning of it. But definitely I just wanted to definitely do this content because I really feel for the young black women that are in the world today, the things that they're going to have to experience, because it's not enough of older black women that are out here schooling, educating these young black women. These young black women are being taught that you need to go get a man with money. You need to find a man who could take care of
They ain't
you.
being taught anything. They have to figure out themselves.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that a lot of young women have to raise themselves, and that's so not fair, because when you come in this world, you need to be raised. You need somebody to teach you. You need somebody to guide you. You need somebody to give you some type of wisdom and knowledge to be able to survive out here in this cold world. And it's a lot of young women, they're being cheated out of that. And that's why I definitely wanted to do this content, just to prove that women, we can do it. There's never too late. If you have a young daughter that's coming up in the world, you have a young son that's coming up in the world, please, please, if it's not too late, get a hold of them, guide them. For those of you who are thinking about becoming parents, please teach a child which way they should go before the world gets a hold of them. It's just never too late. And the best thing a child can get is two loving parents that are going to instruct them and be on the same accord for his or her sake. Um, just my fortune says, I work with Carisha and just got into a shouting match with a warden today in the meeting. Oh goodness, really? Wow, just my 4 cents. Wow, wow, wow. I could only imagine. That's definitely the last thing uh that would need to happen, especially when you work in a correctional facility, when staff cannot get along, when staff is not on the same accord, when staff is not in agreement. I'm telling you, it can really shift the dynamics. Me being a correctional officer is very important that staff be on the same key, because you're in an environment where you have these inmates, they will prey on any little type of conflict or any little type of opportunity. You have a lot of inmates that are opportunists. They look for any given opportunity to see any type of discord amongst correctional officers, amongst wardens, towards staff, and they're going to play on that. I definitely hope, just my 4 cents, that somehow, some way, y'all come to a mutual understanding, because y'all, that's the last place you need, is for a correctional institution to have drama, conflict, beef. You definitely don't need none of that there. Because me being a female correctional officer, I see how far these inmates will go, the tricks they will play, the things they will do to get what they want out of you. It's very, it's very challenging, and I'm definitely going to do content on that. The challenges of being a female correctional officer, because I think it's very imperative that a lot of people understand what female correctional officers have to go through. There are women who are thinking about becoming female correctional officers, who also need um to be provided with the basics as far as what they need to expect when you come into this type of profession. So I'm definitely going to be doing content on that. I don't report to warden, I report to the city. Oh, okay, I got you. I just hope, whatever the case is, just my 4 cents, that definitely gets straightened out, because it's unfortunate that everybody don't take their job serious, and I hate people with titles. People with titles, they really they irk me the most. People think because they wardens, think because they're sergeants, think because they're lieutenants, think because they're watch commanders. They swear because they have a certain title that it automatically gives them seniority to where they can talk to people all type of way, mistreat people all type of way, and things of that nature. And I stay away from people who abuse their authority and who abuse their title, because at the end of the day, all of us are human beings. I don't give a damn if you CEO or if you a cashier at Popeyes. I'ma still shake your hand the same. I'ma still respect you the same. Titles don't make me respect somebody less or more. It's how that person treats me and how they show their mannerisms towards me. So I definitely hope it works out. Just my 4 cents, and hopefully that situation gets established right away. But I'm sure I already know you don't play the radio, so that warden gonna have definitely have something on their hands and everything. Um, do moms and dads teach kids how to cook nowadays?
Nope.
Nope, not really. The problem is a lot of these young people, they don't want to learn how to cook. Then another thing is now, we're in a generation where everybody is used to microwaving everything. Not only that, you got parents who work so hard and work so much because they living beyond their means. You got some parents, they're not even home enough to teach their kids how to cook. Not when the mommy got to work and the daddy got to work. And that child comes home from school, they got to fend for themselves. Times are different now. Back in the day, the 70s and the 80s, mothers were at home wives where they could stay home and uh bake in the kitchen all day and cut up collard greens and peel potatoes and things of that nature. But it's different now because everybody has to work. There's not too many at home wives, and because both people got to work, it's times are more expensive now than they ever been. Women can't sit home and be housewives anymore. I was fortunate where I was able to be a housewife for a long time. I was one for 2 years till I got my job here at the correctional department or whatever. So it's just different. The dynamics are changing, but they definitely should. I hate that they took home ec out of schools. I don't know why schools don't keep classes like that. That's more important than math. Kids need to know how to cook. Why did they get rid of the home ec classes? I had home ec when I was in high school. Home ec taught us how to cook. Home ec actually had us cooking. They don't took all that stuff out of the way. They don't took child development, where it's taught you what to expect if you became a parent at a young age. They don't took all the stuff these young people need. They don't remove that. I don't understand the school system, but hey, it is what it is. So, with that being said, I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me and my daughter, baby Mocha, this evening. I'm sure in the near future, we're definitely going to be doing content somewhere further down the line. I'm so glad, she decided to join me. I'm very fortunate that I have a daughter that's very wise. She's very knowledgeable, and not only that, she's definitely made me proud. She's definitely paved the way. She's done things totally different from what a lot of these young women are doing today. She's not striving just to be a baby mama. She wants so much more for herself, and I couldn't have been I couldn't have been more blessed than to have a child that really is so wise and knowledgeable. She definitely has respect for authority. She's had her share of mistakes. And I've had my share of mistakes as a parent, as a mother. I have not always been there every step of the way. But I am fortunate that, that we were able to get her to a place in life to where she has not fallen into that trap of becoming another statistic. It's too many of our young black women out here that are falling into that entrapment of being a single mom, being in poverty, being a high school dropout. I'm glad we've been able to overcome all of that, and I look forward to helping her to continue to be the best woman that she can be, the most productive citizen she can be in society. That way, she can continue to grow and continue to strive. And I definitely didn't do that alone. By my husband. being in my corner, my mother, my parents. It takes a village to raise a child, and I'm glad that I had people there in my corner during times when I got exhausted, when I got stressed, or when I felt overwhelmed as a mother. I had people step in and intervene and talk to her and encourage her when I was going through moments when, I just was not able to be there for whatever reason. So, for all of you mothers out there, or you soon to be mothers, allow your family to have a connection with your child. It's going to be times when you're going to need other people there to be a voice of reason. Because let's face it, sometimes parents, sometimes children, they get tired of hearing mom and daddy, and sometimes it takes another voice of reason. So I'm very fortunate that I've been able to experience that. I've been able to experience being a daughter and having a daughter, and I definitely wouldn't trade it for definitely nothing in the world. So with that being said, get ready to shut things down. I am working on a book, that a novel that I'm going to be, finishing very soon. God spare my life. I will definitely keep y'all updated about that. It's going to be interesting read. I'm putting a lot of months and time into this book that I'm doing, and I'm sure a lot of y'all are going to be very pleased once I'm done with the project. So be on the lookout for that. Next, I'm also selling cable for those of you who are tired of paying these cable companies, almost $100 a month, $60 a month. I can make your life a lot easier. I have Expresso Streams live cable services, only $25 a month. For those of you who are tired of paying Comcast, you're tired of paying DirecTV, Dish Network, I can get you 5,000 channels or more for only $25 a month. Also, free pay-per-view events are included. Okay, so unlike these other cable companies where you got to pay separately for pay-per-view events, with my services, it comes automatically free. So those of you who are interested and getting cheaper cable, you are welcome to email me at cafedayperry79@yahoo.com. If you want more interested, just put in the title cable so I know that you're reaching out to me because you're interested in obtaining my service. The only thing you need is the Fire Stick, and you need high-speed internet. If you don't have those two things, I cannot assist you with cable. So please, if you're interested in getting cable, make sure you have those things available in order for me to connect your service. I could connect your service within the same day, set you up with an account, and get you started on your cable. And you can watch cheap cable, good quality cable tonight. Those of you who like content and want to continue to keep supporting my brand and my movement, you can cash at me at Diamond Girl. Any amount is fine. $1, $2. Guess what? Beggars cannot be choosy. A blessing is a blessing to me. Also, this content has been brought to you by the No Fuckery Zone, promoting knowledge, not garbage. So again, everything I mentioned in this content, if it doesn't apply, you don't have to reply. Let it fly. Do not get offended. Do not get in your feelings because I may have said a thing or two about black women, about black men. I got love for each and everybody. No shade, no pun intended. Just actual factual knowledge. So you want to tell the folks bye before I get ready to shut it down?
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you be a part of your child's life. Make sure you always uplift your child. Make sure you always support your child through the good decisions she makes. So thank you everyone for listening, and hopefully I'll be back in another episode.
Absolutely. You know that. So with that being said, from Lady Mocha to Baby Mocha, we out of here.
Peace.
Peace.